Thanks for staying with us. It's still live on Daybreak, and the conversation continues talking about eradicating poverty in the nation. We still have Messi with us, who joins us virtually. Messi, before that commercial break, you spoke extensively on how education is still the key to eradicate poverty in the nation. But are those who question that notion of yours, considering we have so many educated folks whose certification is, laying fallow as a result of unemployment, among other things. And the question does becomes, is education really, the key to eradicating poverty in Nigeria?
Okay, thanks for that question, yeah.
Okay.
So now when I say education, I think you're saying it in a narrow light. I don't just mean formal education,
Okay.
right? And you know, the way education is in Nigeria, the way the educational
Mm-hmm.
system is in Nigeria, is not actually the best. You have engineers go to school
Mm-hmm.
and to study, you have students go to school to study engineering, maybe mechanical engineering,
Yep.
and they come out and you put them in industries and they really can't do anything. They
Anything.
can't even fix any machine.
Mm.
You can't say those people are engineers, right?
Yes.
So now, even in S4, our in as much as we know that education, formal education has a role to play,
Mm.
we don't limit the scope of education to formal education.
Okay.
So education to us involves reorientation, it involves formal education, it involves skills acquisition, it involves financial literacy training. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
it's like the whole spectrum, like the whole spectrum of developing people's mind,
Okay.
right? What I tell my friends, like a lot of my mates like see formal education now as a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are like, oh, formal education now is a scam. We go to school for 4 or 5 years and we can't even do anything. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't go to formal education as your approach to it. What I think formal education helps you do is to teach you how to learn. It doesn't even teach you, like the moment you're out of the four walls of the university,
Yes.
learning is a lifelong process, right? And so having people reorientating people to see education that way is also very important,
Okay.
right? So when I talk about education, I'm talking about the
Okay,
Okay.
some disconnects there.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but she was talking about learning being broader than
Yes,
just
all
the,
encompassing and
yeah.
all. That those, this conversation is broad. That those would also say that, okay, yes, folks should develop themselves beyond the formal education, skill acquisition and all, as she has said. But the government is not even helping matters in trying to provide, conducive environment for businesses to thrive. And it's only when businesses thrive that the economy can, be stable and improve. And that way, people would have a good standard of living, thereby eradicating poverty or reducing to its barest minimum. So again, all of these discussions, there's always, like, I won't say counter argument, but there's always a counter notion to that. Really, I would really love to get our thoughts on that once she is able to get back to us. The network is just being friendly, but I understand the place of folks developing themselves beyond the formal education. That those who say, okay, for all of these skill acquisition and all of that, that the government is not helping matters, either in terms
You
of
don't have the enabling environment.
exactly, economic policies, or policies that affect businesses, especially the SMEs, who are the bedrock of any economy in the world, because economies of nations do not just depend on the 1% of the 1%. They also depend on the SMEs, the middle class, to stabilize the economy. So if we're really interested in eradicating poverty in Nigeria, then we also need our SMEs to thrive, and that would require,
I
the
think
government.
she's back.
Okay.
Messi, are you with us now?
Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, loud and clear. So
sorry about the poor network.
Yes, please land on your thoughts so that we can move the conversation further.
Okay, so basically, as I was saying, yeah, we view education like in more holistically, right? Every aspect.
Okay.
Every aspect of learning, every aspect of developing the individual's mind, yeah, and even their personality and character. So all those things are very key to us at Despo Initiative, and that's why mentorship is a key part of our program, right? So we know that through mentorship, yeah, we can hold the hands of these young ones, and we can guide them through the process. Yeah, help them. Like I remember when I think when I was 14, I attended a conference, and the lady that was speaking said something. She was like, if you are 20 today and you read a book that is written by someone in their 60s or their 70s, automatically you have gained extra 60 years of experience. So you have with you um 80 years of experience at the age of 20. And that stuck with me, right? And she said that's how important mentorship can be, right? And that stuck with me ever since. And so for us at Expo Initiative, we are very, very key on the people that we mentor, right? And helping them see education in the right sense. And also while I was able to hear your conversation around how SMEs play a very major role, which I agree with you, and and then the part of policies and how governments have to exactly policy is very, very, very important. And I know this is sort of this is a little it's going to be like deviating a bit from our conversation, but like even in the forthcoming elections, right? A lot of people focus on the the governors, but little attention is paid to the legislative council and all of that. All those people are the lawmakers, right? They are the
Yes.
people that would even if the president wants to do something, right, he can't act beyond the confines of the law,
All
right?
right.
So even when we are voting, when we should pay attention to
Yeah,
lawmakers as
Mercy,
well.
let's drive this home now. I know that your initiative focuses on the SDGs 1, 4, 8, and 17. 1, which is no poverty,
No
and then
poverty.
yes, 4, which is quality education. You have 8, which is decent work and economic growth, and then 17, which is partnerships for the goals. How do you merge all of this together to eradicate poverty?
Okay, so one thing you will get to discover about the SDGs is that in as much as each of them are unique in their own self, they are very, very much interdependent, right? So, for instance, you want no poverty, right? Quality education will help you achieve no poverty in the long run. Decent work and economic growth will help also achieve no poverty in the long run, right? So all of them are working hands in hands. While the overarching goal of ESPO initiative is to eradicate poverty in Africa, which is a long-term goal, and we're committed to it for the long haul. We have identified education and empowerment as the tools in which we are using, and that's why we decided to focus on SDG 4 and SDG 8 as well. And then with SDG 17, Partnership for the Goals, we know that what we are trying to achieve is a big one. Like even when I tell people that this is what ESPO Initiative is trying to achieve, they're like, why don't you find something smaller? Why don't you do something more feasible?
So you have partners you're working with to achieve this.
Exactly. So we partner with as many, and we are still looking for many partners as well.
Okay.
So we are partnering with so many NGOs, and we are looking to partner with more as well. Just imagine if, excuse me, just imagine if all the NGOs and everybody is working together, right? Together we can do so much.
All right. Yes, indeed, we can
Yeah.
achieve so much together. We hope that poverty is eventually eradicated in Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time, Mercy Ndubueze, founder S4 Initiative. All right, have a good day. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll delve into another juicy issue. Please stay with us.